Nightcap! It's a place to go! Nightcap! So you don't feel alone! Nightcap, yeah! Pour a drink, dirty or virgin, rum and water, or whiskey or gin. Nightcap! You don't have to be coy. Nightcap! Here's Ricky and Joy!
Hello and welcome to Nightcap, the bi-weekly web show with two friends unwinding with the topics that make us hot. My name is Richard Pucci, and I have Joy. I'm a real content creator, Nickens. Hello, Miss Joy. How are you?
I'm feeling nostalgic, actually. What a great opening montage video.
Thank you. I had stolen little clips from like the entirety of Nightcap, the 5 years of Nightcap. And the only thing that I regret is that it's not higher quality, but considering the source material is like over 5 years, that's impossible.
If anything, it makes me feel like this has been a quarantine show before the quarantine. Because I'm looking at the clips of us physically together, and I'm like, oh my God, I haven't physically been with you to do a nightcap in years.
Yeah. Oh, heck yeah. I was at my parents' house.
Yo,
So it's going on like 3 years. Yeah.
this montage took place in like 3 different houses for me.
Me too. It's just seeing like the different places that we lived, the situation, the hair,
The
yeah.
glasses, the faces.
Oh yeah. Sometimes we're bigger, sometimes we're yeah, no, it's good. And sometimes it's good to have a little self-reflection and considering the fact that Nightcap we had to this year lots of postponing. It's been a hard year for us, but we are still coming at you with the best stuff that we're doing, and we're curating all the best stuff on the internet, really. So what have you been up to, Miss Joy?
I have been avoiding responsibilities. I have not filed my taxes yet. I know I haven't gotten all my receipts done. I'm crossing fingers they will be done this week.
Okay.
I have been obsessed with audiobooks. I have been nicknamed the audiobook slayer, and I have been slaying these books. So I'm currently reading The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F,
Okay.
because I feel like I need that in
Yeah.
my life. So mostly it's just been audiobooks and trying not to fall asleep.
Oh, because of work, right?
It's been very, I say by the time I get home and disinfect and shower and dinner, it's already daggone like 10 o'clock by the time we're all done. And then I've been so lazy, I don't even moisturize anymore.
No.
And you know, the black woman, I moisturized today though. I actually did moisturize, but for the last few weeks, I barely even moisturize. Because then I just go to bed and I wake up 5 hours later? Like, what's the
Yeah.
point? So it's just been a lot of going and going for me. So
Aw.
yeah, but I'm trying to get through it. Hopefully, I mean, it's the end of March. Hopefully April I'll get a better schedule. It's like figuring out my life, and then May comes around, and then June. So
I was gonna say, and also the sometimes the longer that you work a job, the more the rhythm you start to get into the rhythm and the cadence of it. So it just seems like you need to just get into that cadence, and then your body will, all of a sudden the body's like boom, like it's got it, you know,
oh
like
yeah, because
the
it's
natural rhythm.
because as of now, it like my body does get up
Yeah.
before the alarm.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I'm already aware of like, all right, I know it's got to be like 5:50 by now,
yeah.
or about to be 6 o'clock. So my body's like, all right, look, you got to get up, but it's just me because I only give myself a half hour to like figure out what I'm doing, and then I have to leave, and then it's just an hour there, an hour back, and it's just yeah, I'm still going through it, but thank you because I don't know.
Oh,
And then with my stream schedule, I feel so horrible with people watching me fall asleep on stream, and
yeah.
it's not the same. So
Yeah.
I got to get it back. I got to figure out how to be more engaging and just make the stream better. So trying to think, is there anything else? Well, I mean, we're gonna get into like media stuff, but yeah, that
Yeah.
was my main thing as what I've been doing. How about
Cool.
you? How are you
A-
doing, sir?
All right. So I just got a second job.
Mm.
So I had to go to an orientation either last week or the week before, and it's to be a substitute teacher. So ooh, so I'm just trying to get into the swing of that just to see if that's something that I might like. I'm not quite certain. So that's just one of those things that um trying to dip my toe into that and get a feel for that. I had a thing that happened today, so I had to call out of my regular job. But for the most part, I'm just I did some reading. I don't
Ooh.
read. I typically don't read, and so I did some reading. So I have some reading recommendations. I saw Clue at the Paper Mill Playhouse, which is a play version of the movie Clue.
How was it?
It was really good.
Ah.
It was really good. We can talk about that a little bit later. But for the most part, I'm kind of happy that we didn't do Nightcap for a little bit of time because when your life is sucking, I don't know about you guys, but when your life is sucking, I don't want to go on like stream and just be like, life's terrible. Like I have to cut my aunt's hair. I said to my aunt, I was like, "Listen, everything's falling apart. I'm so sorry." She was like, "Just do it when you can." But I was like, "I can't do anything right now." So
Yeah.
that's like the bulk of my bitching right now. Just cuz nobody wants to hear bitching. I want to talk about the fun stuff that we consumed, right?
I mean, it's like complaining is definitely on a different platform. It's on a different level, and I
Yeah.
don't think this would be the place for it.
We're
So,
we're drinking our nightcaps. I have just pure vodka.
oh yeah, you're stronger than me. I don't have anything.
I grabbed it last minute because I was like, ugh. So yes, nice and warm.
Oh, no, I was gonna have banana milk, but then I was gonna blend I was gonna put fiber in it, but then, I don't wanna be a fiber machine,
Yes,
so I was like, "Let's not do that," but
just be
yeah.
farting away.
Yep, the whole time, and I already went, before I showered, and I'm clean, and I feel good, and
Mm-mm.
so
When
I
you're
don't
clean, you don't want to. Mm-mm.
yeah, so I was
That's
like,
like
"Oh, I'll just do it later, I'll do it later."
excellent. So what are we gonna? You want to do movies or TV? What are you thinking?
Um, we could do movies and TV because Bibi and I just watched, which after I've been wanting to watch this for a while, but we watched Turning Red on Sunday, the Disney movie.
Oh, with the red panda.
Yes, I really
Oh,
enjoyed it. I she liked it. So Bibi liked it, but it's not one of she said it wasn't one of her favorite Pixar Disney Pixar movies, but I
yeah.
really loved it. I was
Aw.
oh man, that was it was everything I wanted, and just it was so nice to see
Mhm.
and to be back in 2002, I think they said it was 2002.
Oh,
Yeah, the time of the movie is in 2002, so it makes me feel better that they didn't make a brand new movie about like the pandemic and whatever. It's just a young girl in 2002 who's living her life. So I really enjoyed that. TV. Um, I've been watching Abbott Elementary actually. Not like consistently, but I've been trying to watch Abbott Elementary. You've not seen or heard of Abbott Elementary before?
Mm-mm.
As a substitute teacher, you should definitely, well, as anybody, honestly, I'm not
Yeah.
saying this for you, but yeah, it's Quinta Brunson. She used to be on BuzzFeed. She's like meme famous. Short
No.
short black girl. She was famous for the line oh my god, she was a meme. She did the whole like
I just looked her up.
Quinta Brunson, Quinta Brunson.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of I'm trying to think of the one line that she would say, like, let him, like, he got money. He got money.
I feel like I've heard that.
It was this famous video that she was in where she was standing next to a tall guy and he was ordering snacks at the concession stand,
Uh-huh.
and she was just, every time he said something, she's like, oh, a large, oh, he got money, oh,
Stop it.
snacks, oh, okay, get it all for him, honey, get it all for him. So she got famous for that, and then
Yeah.
she worked on BuzzFeed, and she's also in a Black woman sketch show, which is coming back April 6th. So but Quinta Brunson is the creator of the show called Abbott Elementary, and it is an office, like The Office mockumentary of school teachers in Philadelphia.
Oh, cool.
So she's one of like the new teachers. She has this cast of ragtag teachers that come together, and she says she made it because her mother was a teacher in the Philadelphia school system for like 30 years, and the school and the show is named after her, I think, 6th or 8th grade teacher, Miss Abbott.
Oh.
So I really enjoy the looks, the memes of the show, and how they tell American audiences what it's like to be a teacher in a, inner city district, and how they don't got money, and how they're always like just trying to get stuff done.
Yeah.
And so I definitely recommend that show for you. Abbott Elementary is funny.
Definitely. Yeah.
And I think if there's another show, I would say I was watching an anime, but I kind of stopped. But it's Black Clover, and I haven't seen it in a while. So those are my shows.
All right. I was gonna say it's so Black Clover, like it's like you're passively watching it. Like you're not. You're
It's
kind of just like doing it when you
uh,
can.
yeah, like I want to watch more of it, but then I got busy, and then I had to stop. And Rodney's here! Oh my god, yes!
Hey Rodney, you're on stream.
How you doing?
Ooh, I was gonna say, Rodney, we're gonna interrupt our current talking points to show you our introduction.
Yes.
Nightcap, it's a place to go. Nightcap, so you don't feel alone. Nightcap, yeah! Pour a drink, dirty or virgin, common water or whiskey or gin. Nightcap, you don't have to be coy. Nightcap, here's Ricky and Joy.
Look at us being all professional and all.
I
The
love.
resolution sucks though.
No, it's because the resolution sucks that it makes it so great.
Because you can tell it's like real clips. It's not just like doctored up photos of like.
We're here.
No, it's like us being
It's
messy.
not perfect, and we aren't either, so we can't judge.
No. For TV, so it's my turn. TV movie.
Yes.
TV wise, I have been watching The Dropout, which is about Theranos. Have you heard of Theranos?
Theranos?
Mm-hmm. It's the cross between therapy and diagnose.
What kind of caucasity phrase is that? Theranos?
Okay, so I'm gonna give you like a 1-minute version of this in a nutshell. Okay, skinny white bitch dreams of being the next Steve Jobs, decides she's going to do it via the medical industry. She decides, oh, you know, it would be great if we made an invention that instead of having to draw like tubes and tubes of blood to do testing, what if we could only do it with like a finger prick? So she drops out of Stanford and decides she is going to make this business, and she convinces a lot of people that this could be a thing, and inadvertently it's not possible, but millions and millions of dollars get invested to the point where they are making things happen, but it's not happening the way that they're saying that it's happening until all of a sudden they happen to say, "Oh, Walgreens, if you want this, we know you're struggling, but we could get these boxes into your facilities." So they were like, "Okay." So then they got a $1 billion deal with Walgreens, and all this shit is happening. And this happened in real life. So if you hear
What?
about the Elizabeth Holmes trial, that is what it's all dealing with blood, to the point where she was on like Fortune's, like she was like on the cover of magazines while like people were saying like these machines don't work, like, and they were testing real patients like blood, but
I
their
have
machines weren't working, so they had to dilute it like and like to such an extreme. Oh, it's fascinating. And Amanda Seyfried on Hulu, um, it's a fictional retelling of what happened or what is happening, and it's just absolutely crazy. It's really cool.
what is this called again?
It's called The Dropout. And the reason why it has the name of The Dropout is because she dropped out of Stanford. But if you think about it, a lot of the bigwigs, like the Steve Jobs, the Mark Zuckerbergs, they all dropped out. So it's like this like badge of honor sort of thing. That I had an idea so great that I had to drop out to pursue the thing.
I mean, I like the cast that popped up.
Yeah. Oh no, it's good. It's the
Naveen is in
production.
this. Kate McKinnon is in this. Okay. Wow. All right. Yep. Well, I'm adding that to the Hulu list.
Yeah, no, and
Shoot.
it's I was gonna say the first like 2 to 3 episodes, it's a little slow, but considering the fact that you don't know the background information, you might actually find it very fascinating.
Mm.
So yeah, the dropout, very, very good. I like it. Movie wise, I feel like I've watched movies. It's one of those things that sometimes when Nightcap happens, I'm like, I didn't watch anything, and then all of a sudden I'm like, yeah, you like
Yeah, you did.
you did. I was gonna say, in which case, I now have HBO Max, and the
Oh,
amount of movies, like HBO Max, as far as I'm concerned, okay, now I'm just rating like service providers. HBO Max has the best library.
yes. Hands down.
As far as movies are concerned, they have the best library. You were just talking about Abbott Elementary, just how it's like a mockumentary. If you
Mm.
haven't seen Drop Dead Gorgeous, it is a movie that is a mockumentary about a beauty contest, a beauty pageant in like Minnesota, and it's got like
Okay.
Kirstie Alley, it's got Kirsten Dunst, it has.
Let me put it on the list.
It's so good, and it's a movie, so, like, it's super quick. If you haven't seen Drop Dead Gorgeous, and it's also, like, impossible to find, some of the jokes haven't aged very well. Brittany Murphy's in it. Um,
Oh, Brittany Murphy.
yeah, oh, wait, that, what's her name? Amy Adams is in it. Like, it's
Oh,
got, like,
okay, Amy.
like, legitimately a ton of people. Yeah,
Let me put this
and it's
on.
impossible to find because of the fact that it's, like, some of the jokes didn't age very well, but it's hysterical.
This came out in 1999.
Yeah,
The battle between the good and the bad is bound to get ugly.
it's so good. It's so
Done.
good. It's really good. In fact, if I were to urge you to watch anything, it would be that. And I could watch that now. That is how much I really enjoy that movie. And I think we watched it recently.
I'm trying to watch. It's like you said, HBO Max has a wonderful selection of things
It does.
that I get so overwhelmed that I don't watch HBO Max because I'm like,
Oh,
but I have it. I have it physically.
yeah.
I'm like, oh man, I know I gotta watch it if I really want to watch a movie. I can go to HBO Max. But all I've done is gone on Hulu and Netflix,
Oh my gosh.
which I never do.
Yeah.
But yeah, HBO, I have to go through HBO because I have to see Watchmen and was it Country? Something Country?
Lovecraft Country.
Yes, thank you. Oh
Yeah.
my god, I'm so behind. I'm so behind. God, I'm embarrassed. But
You're good. um, um, did you see that Netflix has the button that you can just press and it'll randomly like put a show on for you? Or
now,
it'll give you a movie. Yeah, it's got like this random button where like if you don't want to like search for something, you just like press it and it's like and then it like throws something on and like you can like skip it.
no, what is this a new update?
I'm pretty sure that's like a thing.
Is it
Unless
a thing on your Apple devices, or is it
here wait, hold on one sec.
because all I do is watch Netflix for comedy specials. I'm not watching anything else on Netflix, which is interesting in itself. But I get charged like I am watching Netflix every day. That price went up to $16 now. Sad. I don't have a my iPad is in the room. This phone is on Android 11, so I don't have I can't have access to Netflix right now.
Oh no. Okay, so here we go. Netflix's new Play Something Shuffle feature is here to solve your movie night uh, indecision. There's an article from TheVerge.com, and it
Mm.
says that Netflix is officially rolling out its new Play Something feature today to all of its users, adding a button across all streaming UIs to automatically suggest new shows and movies that you've never watched before. It appears in different places underneath the profile when you log in on the left side of the bar, 10th row of the homepage.
Ooh.
Yes, so they'll be able to see what you have watched and things that you would like to be able to decipher whether or not this something could be a good fit for you.
I like that.
For those nights that you know that you just want to watch something, but like you don't really care, like, that's what I think cable like, people wanna complain about cable or whatever, you can never find anything. I could literally turn on cable and just, like, leave it there, and just, like, have just dead space on. Be like, "Oh, do I really need to watch MTV Cribs?" No, I don't. It's just on.
I see. I'm the kind of person where I will have MTV Cribs on, and I'm like, "That's a good episode, though." Like, or what was it, Room Raiders
Mhm.
or Next or anything like those. Oh, I love those.
Yeah. No, but it's like, there's something good about TV, like, mindless TV that you could look at or not look at. It doesn't matter.
Mm,
You can like tune in at any moment. Oh, you want to watch this date for next, but then you don't want to watch the next one? That's fine. Who cares?
I feel
Yeah.
you because I like that. I like that too.
Yeah, TV's turned into like I feel like TV's turned into like this thing where like it's such a high art form now that it's like, oh, well, like put down your devices and we need to give it our full attention. Like everything's so serious. Like all the stuff that we are saying that we want to watch, it's like Lovecraft Country. Like, oh no, you have to watch the details. Oh, ooh, spicy vodka burp. Oh, that was really gross. But yeah, for the most part, like all these shows, it's all heightened, you know? Like these shows are awesome. Yellow
Yeah.
Jackets, like to like not pay attention to Yellow Jackets is crazy because it's like the intricate details are crazy. So like it's fun to have like TV that's just like mindless and dumb.
Yeah, it's just something that just let's say not to say let the edge off, but it's just like just have something on. I don't have to make a whole think piece about it. Just put
Yeah.
it on for fun.
Yes. I would
I was actually thinking about that in the shower.
yeah.
But it wasn't about TV, it was about music.
Okay.
And I felt that same way where I think I listened to like 3 new albums today by 3 different artists,
Mhm.
and I wanted to be like, "Man, I wish I could tell people that I listened to this album." But then I feel like if I wanna tell people about album I listen to, it's almost like I have to be in defense mode because people might ask me, "Oh, well, are you a fan of them? And how long have you been a fan? And have you heard their other song? And oh my god, did you hear the new album? And did you? Well, you wasn't a real fan because you haven't been with them since they came out in 2000 whatever."
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know why I can't just enjoy music.
Yeah.
I don't have to. I'm not gonna get quizzed after this, right? Like it's straight up. I just enjoy an album.
Yeah.
Why can't it just be that? So I feel you with TV being that way. Like why can't I just put on something for fun? The
Yeah.
same way with music with me, where I've been in these situations where I've explained why I like a certain rapper or a certain group, and they'll be like, "Oh my god, how dare you like that?" Because the album was great. Oh,
Yeah.
it's such trash. Okay, but people listen to trash music all the time, and I'm not crucifying them. So
Yeah.
it's just, yeah, we need to get back to like entertainment for real.
Yes. Yeah. Sometimes it's fun to be entertained, and then we wonder. Okay, so and
Mhm.
I am the type of person that I'm like, I love higher meaning, blah 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 blah. But with that being said, so everything that we have has such everything has meaning and everything is and then we wonder why like we're so depressed or we're so this or why everything is terrible. I was out to breakfast and I literally I looked at the other one and I was like this is my year. I said I'm going to have a really good fucking year. I was like
Yeah.
I'm going to have a great year. I'm like
Yes.
I don't care about the blah, 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 blah. I'm like I'm going to have a good year. This year is going to be amazing. This is going to be my year. And I don't know why. I just came to the conclusion that I'm like sick of being like, oh, I hope we don't. Oh, this year's like, no, fuck it. This is a good year. I don't care what anybody tells me. This is a good fucking year. This is a good year.
It is. It honestly
Uh,
is. It is definitely. I feel like with last year, with the age of Aquarius or whatever the heck they were talking about, there was so much truth to be revealed, and I think we're kind of getting out of that. And I think the same way. It is going to be a great year, and we just have to be open to what this year can present us and what we can present through ourselves to this year.
oh yeah.
I just want to travel. I just want to go. As much as I know with Kofefe out here thriving and surviving, I just want to be like, can't we just? I just want to go somewhere and just have fun and go on vacation or something. I don't know. I want to leave, but I can't leave.
um, don't we all? Don't we all? I did some reading. We got some books. We
We
got
got books,
We got books. We got books. Okay, so for anybody,
right?
um,
Okay,
I have Lore Olympus,
Lore
which,
Olympus.
excuse me.
I'm putting these on my book.
All
I'm
right.
gonna look for them. So,
Okay, so Lore Olympus, you can actually read the webcomic.
oh,
It
it's
is,
a webtoon.
yes, and it is a retelling of the Hades Persephone tale,
Oh
right? So
wow, hold
anybody, so if
on.
you're a fan of Greek mythology, Hades, ruler of the underworld, gets Persephone and brings her down to the underworld. Wait a minute. Rodney says, "Oh yeah, all signs are pointing that he will be in New York May 18th."
Really?
Yes,
Really?
breaking news. We're gonna have, or Joy will have a Rodney sighting.
I'm gonna look. If you're comfortable, sir, you can come to the city too. Okay, we can meet up. I'm trying to get stuff done the Aki way. Whatever Rodney wants, I want to do it. Okay, so I found it on Webtoon, so thank you.
Yes. So get the free, get the free version. Boom. It's really pretty. And then
Mhm.
I read there's a vampire book club on YouTube. There's a
Ooh,
vampire book club, and they do all sorts of different vampire books. Some of them are super lengthy and flowery. Some of them are YA. This happens to be a YA book called The Lost Girls.
yes.
And so this book, great, great concept. The execution, it's a little young. It's a little young. The concept is
I got the
basically,
audiobook.
huh?
I got the audiobook right
Of
now.
this.
Yep.
It's I was gonna say, okay, so the concept is girl was turned into a vampire in the 1980s. She crimped her hair beforehand. When she got turned, you are preserved the exact same way that
Oh God.
so she's got crimped in 2020 2021 she's got crimped hair. There was one hair on her leg that she missed when she shaved her leg, so she has that hair stuck on her. Um, Lo and behold, her vampire boyfriend that turned her dumped her,
Oh.
and she is stuck, sort of following because the lore of these vampires is that your maker, you kind of just gravitate to where they go. So if they move to an area, you kind of move to an area, and you're just drawn to it. It's just known. Really cool concepts, and it's about here, wait, I'm just going to read a portion of it.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
All right, so it says Holly Little has been stuck with crimped hair since 1987, when she agreed to let her boyfriend, Elton, turn her into a vampire. But when he ditches her at a gas station a few decades into their eternity together, she realizes that being young forever actually means working graveyard shifts at Taco Bell, sleeping in seedy motels, and being supernaturally compelled to follow your ex from town to town, at least until Holly meets Elton's other exes.
Oh no.
Right? And then it says getting over your vampire ex is as easy as killing him and stealing his girlfriend.
It's of the gay.
Yeah.
It's of the gay. Ah. Okay.
But with that being said, this is like a perfect read for like freshmen. Like
Okay.
it's not literary wise, it's like super simple. But
I'm down for
the
that. I need
concept
that.
the concept of it, really cool concept. I was gonna say, I don't know if I expected more because I'm older. Like if I was like
Mm,
way over it, but as far as story wise, like it was a good romp. Like for what it was
okay.
great. So
Okay.
so
Oh, I'm down
yes,
for that.
I was gonna say, listen to that's good. And I was gonna say, and think about it, like that would have been like something that like would have never existed when we were like freshmen, you know?
Literally,
Yeah.
no, it would
So
not.
so yeah. So there we go.
Oh, I'm so happy. I just finished a YA.
You did.
Yes, look, I said I am the audiobook slayer over here, yo. I'm gonna show you the ones that I have gotten through. Thank God I've returned. And these are recommendations that I have as well. And also the last one is thanks to Bibby. Well, a lot of them are from Bibby, so just hold on. So the first one I read was What Happened to You by Oprah Winfrey and Bruce D. Perry, that had to do with conversations on trauma, resilience, and healing. That was my first audiobook.
Oh my.
Start off strong. The second book, oh shoot, where'd it go? Okay. The second book that I read is You Should See Me in a Crown. That was by Leah Johnson. And that one is YA. It has to do with a black girl
Mhm.
that's in, where is this girl at again? I forgot. She's somewhere in Milwaukee.
Oh.
Oh God. No, Indiana. I'm sorry,
Okay.
Indiana. So it's a black girl in the Midwest,
Mhm.
and she's a black girl in the Midwest, and
Yeah.
and she decides to run for prom queen, and then stuff happens.
Yeah.
So that's a whole thing. So then there's after that. I don't know why I go back and it takes me back anyway. So then I read the sequel to that, which is not really a sequel.
Okay.
It's a sequel. It's a second her second book. There's elements of the first book in the second book, but it's not a sequel. It's called Rise to the Sun. But also both of these books are gay. They're of
Okay.
the gay. They're YA and gay, which I love. But it's
Okay.
black people gay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So this one was great. They're both great, honestly. This one felt more like me because it had to do with a music festival.
Oh.
It was like Coachella, but in the Midwest as
That's
well.
they need their own Coachella. They need their Midwestern, like Little Miss Coachella.
Yeah, and it was just this whole wonderful rom-commy situation where it's two black girls and they end up finding each other, and I was like, ah, so great. Um, then I read the sequel of an actual book that I bought and read called A Dream. Oh shoot, called A Dream So Dark. The first one is called A Blade So Black. A Dream So Dark and A Blade So Black is if Alice in Wonderland was black
Okay.
and she could kill nightmares, and that one's badass. So I really enjoyed that book. Uh, just gonna get my charger so that my computer don't die. Almost done. So
Okay.
I recommend all. By the way, I recommend all these books.
Yeah.
Um,
I was gonna say, did you ever play America McGee's Alice?
did I ever play it?
Do you
Like
know
the
of?
game?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. American McGee's Alice was a badass Alice in Wonderland from like way back.
Was it from
19
PS3 days or no?
yes, so that was Madness Returns, that was PS3, but
Okay.
the original one was for PC.
Oh no, no, I wasn't even
Yeah.
playing PC games back then.
Yeah, no, it was story-wise really cool.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I love a kick-ass Alice.
And that's why I was like, ah, like who does that? Like who wrote that in to
Yeah.
be a thing? So I thank LL McKinney for writing that book.
Yeah. I
Uh
freaking I love a tormented like Alice.
oh yeah, and she's gone through a lot, and that one slipped in some gay towards the end. It
Mhm.
wasn't like the books 1 and 2 were of the gay, but towards the end of this one it got kind of a little bit of gay.
Of the gay.
Um, next one is called Slay. This one is about a black girl in the Midwest again, but she's the creator of her own video game.
Okay.
And then drama happens. It's not of the gay, but it's pretty no, there is a part of the gay in here. It's not the main character though.
Okay.
It's one of the characters in it. This one only had me upset because this chick does stupid things. Like she I don't want to give it away, but do you know what a hotep is?
No, I don't.
Oh god, I'm so sorry. Rodney, if Rodney, if you want to explain what a hotep is, I do want to explain it though. Um, if anything, the only thing that pissed me off about this book is that the black girl main character has a boyfriend, and her
Mhm.
boyfriend is a hotep. And a hotep is a black man that's overly pro black.
Okay.
Like my black brothers and sisters need to come together, and he's so pro black, he's anti everything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So he's like overly aggressively black, but not
Yeah.
really black. It's just more dangerous. So all signs point to this girl, like, girl, you need to leave him. He's very like sus. Like he's dangerous. And she's
Yeah.
like, no, but he's fine. And like, girl, you're dumb. Anyway, that book, loved it. It's great. Wrapping it up, I read this book called New Waves. This one has to do with a Chinese Vietnamese guy who's best friends with the black girl, but the black girl dies. Yeah, right? I was like, oh damn, we took it there. The black girl dies, and I thought that they would try to. I don't want to give it away, but I feel like I thought that they would try to figure out why she died, and it was just kind of like it veered off. And I was like, oh no, where's the story? Anyway, so I still like the book. It's still a good book. Um, this is the one I enjoyed. This is the main one that was Bibi's recommendation that I just finished and obsessed with.
Mhm.
This is Honey and Issues Guide to Fake Dating. So this one was specifically of the gay, where the one girl, Honey and Issue are both Middle Eastern, Hani is Bangladesh, uh, Bangladeshi, and Issue is Indian, and they're both Middle Eastern girls in Ireland.
Oh,
So the accent was crazy to me. It was so cool to hear them speak audiobook wise
yeah.
with like an Indian Middle Eastern accent, but then there's Ireland like you gone belly up and this and that and da da da. Like it was so cute. But the one girl's bisexual, which I obviously wholeheartedly love her,
Yeah.
and the other girl was like not out to her parents,
Mhm.
and they go to a Catholic school, an all girls Catholic school, and they have to figure out which this was really helpful. Like you said, this, I don't know, I would have loved to have read this in high school, but I'm so
Yeah.
glad to read it now.
Yeah.
The one girl who's bisexual is trying to figure out her sexuality, and her friends who are only white people, white girls, they don't believe her, so she has to pretend to date another girl to prove that she's bisexual. Drama ensues again, and
Yeah.
then the fake guide is like a real guide, and so that's adorable. So yeah, other than that, I read I read it, but it was really like an anthology. It's called Well Read Black Girl,
Mhm.
which um it was a collection of other people's stories and other people's stuff. So that I have those books physically up here like in front of me, so I'm just trying to get through all of those. So now, like I said before, I am reading this Subtle Art of Not Giving an F. I just needed to get I felt like I needed to get out of fiction and just try to like get myself, you know, built back up of like, all right, look, this is how you can continue your life and maybe well, I'm almost done. I'm like 66% in. But yeah, highly suggest Libby. Libby is the app I've been screaming from the mountaintops. Y'all, do you have a library card and stuff?
I was gonna say I used to have Libby.
Oh,
That's I listened this is embarrassing. I listened to when I was working at Starbucks, I listened to all of the like the spellcaster series.
I don't know what that is.
Um oh my gosh.
Spellcaster.
Oh my gosh, what was the name of it? Like they were okay. I just listened to them because I was working at Starbucks and I like didn't have to pay attention.
Yeah.
Um oh, I totally forgot the name. It's a okay, so it's a book series about witches, except for they call themselves casters. Oh, Beautiful Creatures. The Beautiful Creature series. Yeah.
Nope, but I'll Google it. I'll do beautiful
I
creatures, huh?
yeah. I was gonna say it's about surprisingly enough, it's a romance book series that is written from the perspective of the male. Um, it is written in the perspective of the male that is falling in love with a witch who
Hmm.
is gaining her witch powers at like 16. And the cool thing about these witches is that their blood decides whether or not they are witches of light or darkness. They have no control over it, and it doesn't
Oh.
matter what kind of person you are. It just is innate in you. So half of her
Hmm.
family is completely dark sided, and half of her family is completely light. And
That
like,
sounds racist. No, I'm just that sounds racist. What? No.
but it's crazy. And of course it has the like chosen person narrative.
Mm.
So her culling or like her powers are different than any of the other generations of powers. And it was just very interesting. But the cool thing about that book though is that like typically it would be like the female character, so it would be like, oh, my I'm turning into or I'm gaining my full-fledged witch powers soon, and there's a boy that I like, but like no. Oh, and it takes place in like Louisiana. It's like
Oh, okay.
south. Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah, so you have like the like spiciness.
Okay. I
Yeah,
saw that Viola Davis is in the movie, so I'm like, oh,
yeah.
okay, they got black people in this
Yeah. Well,
one.
actually, Viola Davis's character uh, is the culmination of two black characters in the book.
So wait, they combined.
They they combined two black
they,
women
they were
together.
like, no, you can't have more than one black woman. Let's
But
just make Viola Davis be both of them,
but I
but
think
once.
well, that reminds me of Julie Andrews. So in The
Oh.
Princess Diaries, Julie Andrews, you know how like she was like, "Oh, my father died unexpectedly." In the books, the father's alive. The thing is that they wanted Julie Andrews, but she was like, "I'm not going to do it for like a role that's like 10 seconds." She said, "You need to
Mm,
make it larger." Because I think if Viola Davis was like both of those characters, so one of the characters was like I think she was like like a housekeeper, like and but she did like voodoo. She did
oh,
voodoo magic, and then the other black character worked at the library with the girl's mom, and she was into
uh,
the book part. So like as far as like characters, like it wasn't like a huge stretch, but it would have been better to have more visibility. Absolutely. I'm not saying that
yeah.
like combining, but if it was the difference between having like Viola Davis or like I'm like she's good.
Yeah, she makes that money, and she's about to be in this movie. The what is it, like Woman King or something? She's about to be in this big movie that I'm excited to see. I just forgot the name of it though. Girl King, Woman King, something.
Woman King. That is a 2022 film,
I'm waiting
historical
for that.
drama, and they are asking if it is a true story, and it says that it is based on an all-female military unit. So yes, it is based on a true story.
I'm waiting for Viola Davis to kick butt in that one. I'm excited. Trying to think about
Ooh,
what
and it
else?
was directed by a female director.
Yes, that ahead.
Yeah, cool. That's freaking awesome.
But yeah, I'm just all right. Beautiful creatures.
Yeah, I was gonna say the movie
Mhm.
not so good. The books just interesting. It was literally one of those like okay.
You know, Bibi and I were talking about how we watched Detective Pikachu
Mhm.
and Sonic the Hedgehog, and both of those movies we were like, okay,
Yeah.
but we barely remember what happened. And we didn't fall asleep on either of those movies. So I'm like, dang, we really watched movies. And again, love the time we spend together,
Yeah.
but it's just like, how do we watch movies and we don't remember? They were just not that good. I don't know.
They weren't rememberable.
Not really.
They were okay. Like at the time you were entertained, but you didn't they didn't have a lasting impression, and that's okay.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's what I felt like was let's say was Beautiful Creatures a movie like that for you?
Um well, I think having read the source material,
Oh,
like having read the source material, I'm like, "Oh, they compressed a lot of stuff." Uh as far as like there was a plot point where the two lead characters could sort of telepathically communicate with each other. That wasn't in
mm,
the film at all. And that just sort of because if you understand that like there's constant communication between the two of them, then like a high school romance, it adds more depth because if you don't have that understanding, then it's like, oh, well, like why are they like into each other? Like
yeah.
like
Yeah, I
but
wouldn't get it.
yeah, and but yeah, no, that movie, yeah, it was just okay. The books weren't anything to write home about, but like I still listened to like all four of them because
Hmm.
I had Libby and I was like, yeah, no, it's free, whatever, fuck that.
Yo, Libby, I have to
I
because
had
I've been what you got? What you got?
I no, I just put the headphone in. I was like, like like when I was at Starbucks, I'd have the headphone in. I put I put my like work headset on, and I'd have it underneath, and I was like, okay.
Oh yeah, that's how I've been doing. I mean, honestly, I'm just yeah, I was like, that's how I've been
Nope.
living my life thus
Yeah.
far
We
has
don't
been,
know.
whenever I have time,
Yeah.
I'm able to slip a earbud in and just play it on the go. I just really
Yeah.
enjoy, and of course, it being offline. Like I can just download it to my phone and I can take it anywhere.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what a blessing! I
Oh
have
yeah.
to, whenever I get out of my social media burnout, like I
Hmm.
want to just stand Libby so hard. Like they're basically, they're not on Tiger Sugar status
Yeah.
yet, but they're
How about
up
Ensure?
they're on their way. Ensure is that's OG right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ensure is OG. Tiger Sugar is young blood. I love him.
Yeah.
Libby is like on fire. It's because I'm just so, but that's because I've observed Libby in the quarantine. So now that I finally have my chance to like use it, I'm like
Yeah.
using it, and I enjoy it. So yeah, I want to support Libby more.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, thank you for those recommendations. I will be watching slash listening slash reading those books.
Especially because, so for me, I always say for me it's really hard to read because I don't have audiobooks. So when I decide I'm going to read, that means like I can't play video games, I can't do this, I can't do that, blah blah blah. But
Yes,
you with your audiobooks, like you would listen to like a book in like a day, a day and a half, and that's if you aren't doing like 1.5 speed, which I'm sure you can do 1.5 speed.
I could, but I do like. But what with me is just like I'll listen to it,
Mhm.
but there are times where I'll just passively be listening, and then I'll be like, "What did they say?" Or I'll be on the train and I'll fall asleep and I'll be like, "What
Oh
happened?"
no!
And I have to go
Oh no!
back and skip. So there's the only way that I'm not getting through these is if I'm in thought while the audiobook is
Yeah,
playing and then I'm like, "What you say?"
that's
Ah,
that's the worst thing when like you're just thinking about something else. You're like, oh, what do I have planned for today? And you just hear passively, "Ba-da, ba-da, ba-da, ba." You're like, I wasn't listening for the past 3 minutes.
yes. Chapter 50. And I'm like,
Oh yeah,
"Ah,
that's the word.
no." Cuz and I say that because when I was listening to Hani and Issue, every time there was a break with the chapter, they both would say their name, which again, shout out to audiobooks and audio voice actors because it definitely brings to me the book more to life
Yeah.
when it's like more than one person reading it. So it'd be like chapter 31 or chapter 31 or whatever she would say. Chapter 12, honey, and chapter 5, issue. Like it was nice, but then I'd be looking at something else. He'd be like chapter 21 or chapter 21 issue, and I'm like, skip, go back, go
Yeah.
back, go back, go back. So yeah, it's I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for these audiobooks. Oh man.
Uh, you saying that makes me think that like I feel like there needs to be like a passive way to like let you know that like it's getting to be the end of the chapter. Like you need to pay attention to the last sentence. Like if they made it a little bit louder, if it's like and then they did this. That way you
I
could like pay
mean,
attention, and then they'd be like chapter 21. Because the problem is that like you don't realize that the chapter's going to end, so like you're passively listening and you're like, wait, I should have paid attention, that's the end of the chapter.
there was the book, not,
Hmm.
I don't know if it was Honey and Issue, but it was probably the one before that where they did do something like that.
Yeah.
It was like, and then the sentence read, or something like, or maybe it was Honey and Issue, but it was one of the books that, and they said something, and I was like, wait, what? And then it was like chapter 12. I'm like, ah, what did they what? But then there was this, but then I thought that I was listening to a even in the one I'm reading now,
Mhm.
the subtle art of how to not give an
Mhm.
F. I felt like one of the sections was messed up because I heard the guy say the sentence and then it sounded like he reread it, but it wasn't edited correctly or something. And I'm like,
Huh.
oh, was that on purpose or is that on accident? But him, I have to keep rewinding too because he gets he gets more kind of into stuff that I'm like, wait, what? Wait, are we not talking about ourselves now? Wait, what? We're talking about doing what with who, where? So yeah, that book's kind of throwing me for a loop. So I feel like this is a book I have to probably reread
Yeah.
2 or 3 more times just to like get it. But so far, it's alright.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Miss Joy, I think that's been a nightcap.
Oh man,
Woohoo!
what? I am shocked.
All right. Well, Mr. Rodney, we'd like to thank you for visiting us and any other person on the future listening devices feeds. I don't know what I'm saying.
Awesome,
Yes.
May 18th. I was just gonna say, just going back to Rodney's comment, Rodney,
Yeah.
May 18th. All right,
Yeah.
that's a Wednesday. All right, that's fine.
And fun for us, I wrote down all of the book recommendations. So I can put
Yes,
that in the notes.
yes, please.
Yeah.
Thank you for
So
writing. Thank you.
yeah, no problem. All right. So what happened to you? You should see me in a crown. Rise to the sun. A dream so dark, blade so black. Slay, new waves. Honey and issues, guide to fake dating. Well read, black girl. Lore Olympus, the lost girls. Beautiful.
Excellent.
Cool.
We are book connoisseurs.
Woohoo! All right. So, Yasamina Sai.
Oh, Yasumina-san, yes. Yes,
All right.
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, and that is Joy Infinity, which you already know that. And I am chock full of moxie. More moxie since 2022. It's
Yes,
my
how you
year.
doing?
It's my year. All right. Have a wonderful night. Oh, what is that? The music just magically comes on?
Hey, what? Are we getting more professional now? What is this?
Not sponsored by Melon.
Hey, hey. And look at the nice icon and the way that we are looking in the camera. Oh wait, my camera is there we go. do, 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 do.